Parents, let's talk about something. A lot of parents are thinking, but very few people want to say out loud. If your adult child cuts you off, should they still expect an inheritance? Now listen, this is not about get back at my adult child. This is not about revenge. This is not about trying to hurt your adult child. But it is a real question that many parents are wrestling with. Because here's the reality. There are parents right now who haven't heard from their adult child in years. No calls, no visits, no kind of relationship. But somehow there's still an expectation that when the parent passes away, the inheritance will be waiting. And that creates a real emotional conflict for a lot of parents. Because inheritance was never meant to be a reward for disappearing. Inheritance was traditionally something that came through family connection, relationships, and legacy. Now let me say something. Let me say something very, very important. I want you guys to really listen to this. Parents do not owe their adult children an inheritance. I know that may sound harsh to some people, but it's the truth. An inheritance is not a debt, and it's not a bill parents owe their children for raising them. It's something parents choose to leave behind. And parents have the right to decide what happens to what they worked their entire lives for. Some parents decide to leave everything to their children, no matter what. Don't matter what. Others decide to split things differently. And some parents, especially after years of estrangement, begin to ask themselves a very, very difficult question. If someone has chosen not to be a part of my life, why should they automatically be entitled to the legacy I built? Now again, this is not about punishment, because money will never fix a broken relationship. But inheritance is often about something deeper than money. It's about honor. It's about family connection. It's about continuing something that was built over generations. And when the relationship is gone, that raises a very honest conversation. Some parents decide to leave their inheritance to grandchildren. Some leave it to charity. Some leave it to people. Some leave it to the people who actually showed up in their lives. And that doesn't always mean the parent stopped loving their child. It simply means the relationship changed. Now, I also want to say something to the adult children who may hear this. I want y'all to hear this. Inheritance should never be the reason you stay connected to your parents. A relationship built on money isn't really a relationship at all. And if the only time someone shows up is when there's something to gain, that's not family. That's a transaction. But on the other side of the conversation, I want you guys to understand this, and I want parents, you should also examine your own heart. Because making decisions about inheritance out of anger, bitterness, or revenge rarely brings peace either. The goal is not to get even. The goal is clarity. The goal is deciding what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. That's the goal. For some parents, that means leaving everything exactly the way it was planned. That's what it is. For others, estrangement changes how they think about the future, right? And both of those decisions are personal. They're on you. What do you feel? But one thing parents should stop doing is feeling guilty for thinking about this. Parents are allowed to ask hard questions about their legacy. Parents are allowed to decide where their life's work goes. And parents are allowed to protect their peace. Because the truth is, inheritance should never replace a relationship. That's the truth. And if the relationship is gone, sometimes parents are forced to rethink what legacy really means. Understand that. Now, I got some questions for you guys. I want you guys to leave me a comment below. I want to hear from you. So y'all leave me some comments and let me know. If an adult child cuts off their parents completely, do you believe they should still expect an inheritance? Let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment below, because a lot of parents are struggling with this and they're trying to figure this part out about their life and about their relationship with their adult child. If an adult child cuts off their parents, should they still expect an inheritance? You guys leave me a comment and let me know.